Okay. Good evening, everybody. Once again from the Winchester High School. My name is Alan Iden with WinCam's coverage of this first session of Winchester's Fall Town Meeting, a very long 4-hour session. Started at 6:30, just wrapped up. So let's do a recap of what went on this evening. We opened up with some comments from the moderator about the impact of the national elections and the fact that town meeting members are here to serve, introductions of some new hires in town, and remembrance for Frank Vazella, William Wright, Ed Grant, and Linda Pickering, all former employees of the town who have passed. Reports from all the reports from the committees were submitted in writing, but we heard verbal reports from the select board chair, Michelle Pryor asked for support of Articles 4, 9, and 25, commented that 50% of our reconstructed train station is now open, commented on some of the new businesses opening in town, the granting of ARPA grants, and the fact that the CPA, Community Preservation Act, passed on Tuesday. Beth Rudolph, our town manager, had comments, kudos, I say, for town clerk's office and their work on the September primary and the recent election. On Tuesday, she said that receipts for the town have exceeded the estimates because of turnbacks and investment income. Free cash is at 20%, which is up from 19%, and it's been on a steady increase since FY17. The Lynch School and the Reservoir Dam projects are both underway and on schedule. She commented on the Art Association's Open Studios on November 23rd and the Chamber of Commerce stroll in early December. Karen Bolanez from the school committee talked about long-term planning by the school committee, that the school department is up 67 students and cited progress in certain areas, and the fact that the new Lynch School will be a net zero energy building. Jeff Calabrese from the Finance Committee said, the Finance Committee, we work for you, meaning the town. The objectives are strive for a balanced budget, keep the AAA bond rating, have a strategy for capital expenditures, and budget growth targets. Article 2 was a report of the Planning Board. Planning Board said that the MBTA requirements for zoning were approved. The town's zoning to come under that MBTA regulation was approved, state regulation. Said the River Street were 70% occupied. The Cambridge Street new apartments were 55% occupied. The town is at about 4.5% of its affordable housing currently, and going towards a 10% goal, and that the planning board was seeking a Freedom's Way designation, apparently something from the national parks, and that all the surrounding towns have it. After a 30-minute recess, we came back for the planning board's extensive proposal for rezoning of North Main Street, which is Main Street from Skillings Road to Cross Street. Commercial now is zoned commercial, it becomes mixed use. Said there are 7 sub-districts within this zoning to more easily respond to residents' concerns and make any necessary tweaking easier rather than trying to redo the entire one zone. It makes it more walkable. The plans make it more walkable, bring buildings forward to discourage street parking in some areas. Back of building or underground parking will be encouraged. The heights of the buildings reduce as you move away from the center. There's plans for increasing green space and having 12-foot sidewalks. Parking requirements will be negotiated on a case-by-case basis. 60% commercial space at ground is desired, and commercial space is easily visible from the sidewalk, meaning full-length windows. Historic Commission approved, endorsed, and said it was a plan for future generations to enjoy. The Affordable Housing Trust also supported the plan. Town meeting member amended to exclude asked for an amendment to exclude 2 historic properties, which was approved, and another town meeting member amended that 20% must be EV ready with a conduit, in other words, a power conduit in place for any type of one of the various types of electric vehicle chargers. That also passed. And for a very complicated zoning issue, a very detailed zoning article, it passed by a vote of 130 to 11. Now, that would have been nice for Article 8, which is a very contentious article and has gone on for about an hour, about accessory dwelling units, which were voted in a previous town meeting. There were some amendments here to conform to the state law. A new state law comes into effect. Sorry, there's a lot of commotion going on down on the floor. There are amendments necessary to conform to a state law, which is going to come into effect on February 2nd, 2025. That law says they're no longer owner-occupied, age restrictions are removed, parking requirements are removed, and disability requirements are removed. It allows multiple ADU units with a duplex, which normally would be only one. It allows any residential property in town to have an accessory dwelling unit. All ADUs require a site plan review currently. There was a motion to indefinitely postpone this. There was a motion to move it to the last order of town meeting. That also failed. A motion to strike item 10, which was the site plan review requirement, did pass. And a lot of questions and a lot of amendments, awful lot of questions. And in the end, just within the past few minutes, it passed. Article 8 passed 79-53. And that adjourned town meeting for tonight. Next session is next Thursday, followed by the following Monday and the following Thursday. It's anticipated it will take 4 sessions to get through all the work of this town meeting. So it's late. Thank you for staying with us, and hopefully these summaries are useful, so you don't have to stay through the whole 4 hours. Anyway, for all of us here at WinCam, I'm Alan Iden. Have a great night, and we will see you next Thursday.